What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to take you through a video that's going to be completely different to what you normally see on my channel. This video is going to extend from today until the next 2 months. So today is currently the 23rd of June 2026, and this is going to continue right on until at least the 23rd of August. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I am moving or relocating. So I'm going to be moving to Dubai, and I can't wait to basically take you on this process with me. I'm actually getting chills saying this because this is something that I've wanted to do for the past 4 years now, and I've kept it quite quiet for some time just because I didn't want to basically say things and then maybe something happen and not follow through. But now that we have fully confirmed that we are going to be moving, I am very excited. So there's a lot to take you through, and in the background of all the other videos that you will have seen up until this one, I will have been doing stuff in the background and just basically going through as normal life as best as possible. But basically the whole point of this next 2 months period is to show you what I'm going to be doing in relation to making sure that I can have a seamless process moving, and maybe even in the future this video could help you if you are moving as well. So if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe the video. And yeah, we're going to just take us through everything that I need to basically plan and get into basically 40 kilos of luggage, because that's all I'm taking with me. So it'll be 40 kilos of luggage, and in 2 months time I need to make sure I have everything packed up so that I'm ready to go. So yeah, let's get on with this. One of the main things that I've actually noticed since trying to start tidying up and things like that is the amount of food that's in the house, and also from that stuff that I haven't been eating in a while. So what I've been doing recently is I've actually been taking food that I haven't been eating so often or at all recently, just because of the plan that I'm following, and macroing it in for different meals so that I can make sure that I can then obviously get all the food gone before I go away permanently. So I have a bowl of cereal here. This has been factored in for my oats today after training. So it's just another wee thing to kind of keep aware of, that when you're going away, there'll probably be a lot of the food in the house that you need to make sure that you eat or get rid of in some capacity before moving away. So I've started getting a lot of parcels coming through now for obviously moving away, and one of the biggest things I was excited about getting is a new suitcase. For some time I wasn't sure on where I was going to get it from, but thankfully I found somewhere that I had my previous suitcase from. But as you can probably see from this box, this is quite big. I have already unwrapped it, but I'm going to take it out now and show you just how big this is. This is 120 litre capacity, by the way, so this suitcase is absolutely massive. So as you'll be able to see from this here, it is a trip suitcase, and I'm really excited just to start using it. I know this sounds silly, but obviously this whole time with moving away and everything is just getting me excited. So massive suitcase which will hopefully hold everything in it now. It is pretty big, as you can see from here. But again, we have to fit a monitor in this, and I have to be able to fit all my personal belongings in this. So I do need to make sure that everything does fit into it. So it will be interesting to see once we start getting more packages coming through over the next number of weeks, and we start filling this, just about how much space I actually have. All right, so in this suitcase, we have a load of the new goods that have been purchased. So I'm going to take us through some of them now just to show you what I've got. Buying a lot more stuff than I probably should have, but it's stuff that I needed. So now we can actually go through it together and just basically discuss maybe why I got it or why I like the look of it. So first thing in my box I'm going to take out is my new Salomon shoes. So these are the XT6 shoes. These are like the lace-up ones along the front where you pull the drawstring and that tightens them. And obviously these are going to be like my new walking shoes because of the thickness on them. I've thrown out like 3 pairs of shoes that have been completely flat over time. So it'll be good now to obviously have a new pair of shoes that can obviously make sure they can protect my feet while walking outdoors as well. Next then is the second pair of shoes. These are going to be more my gym shoes for working in, and these are the TN's Manchester edition. So these have got like a honeycomb on them, and obviously they have shine on them, which I didn't even realize was a thing on them. But yes, I really like these. I saw these back in February and thought it was time to pick them up. These were slightly expensive, but it was definitely worth it. Then on to the Gymshark stuff. I got 2 items out of here then. So the first item that I got was one of these tank t-shirts here. And it's just that like light material, which is going to be very beneficial for me when I'm out working in other places. So yes, this is the t-shirt here. And then we also got a pair of shorts. Now, I am someone who loves zip shorts, so having these in stock was fantastic for me. On the inside of them, they've got like an elasticated band that's kind of like got like a sticky material, so hopefully these won't fall down. And then obviously a zip along the side, and they've got a Gymshark logo, which I think does light up when it is a reflective pattern on it. It is rubberized as well, and nice deep pockets. So yes, just a bit of a quick pickup on a few things. Still some more things to come. Definitely moving in the right direction, but still a lot of work to do. So as you can see, the weather is absolutely beautiful at the moment, and my biggest issue is probably staying focused and structured to what I have to do. Now, the big thing for me is normally when the sun is out like this, I would normally be sitting out in the sun trying to get some vitamin D. However, with now knowing that I'm going away and having the dates booked, this does make life easier. So with that being said, I am trying to stay focused, but just like with anything, when it gets closer to holidays, distractions do come in, but I am trying my best knowing that I'm going to be able to get this every day going forward. So with that being said, I would say one thing for you is if you are going to be moving away or anything like that, then try not to think about it too much. Now, I know you'll want to and you'll be doing things in the background like I am, but I know that in the long run that this sun is still going to be here and I still need to work, and it's not going to change anything just because the next couple of weeks are going to start to ramp up a little bit more with me packing more, getting more things for going away and different things like that there. Now, with that being said, I am going to do a bit of a shop today to get some things that I do want to take with me. I will be buying more things as time goes on, but everything that I buy to take with me, I'm going to show you what I'm taking. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't know exactly what it's going to be like the shopping situation over there, times that shops are open or anything like that. So for the first week or so, I'm just going to bring some food with me so I can make sure I can get some solid meals in, because at the end of the day, we are still trying to bodybuild here, but without having the food, I'm going to maybe lack in progress that needs to be made. But with that being said, again, I'm probably going to have to take the first week as a week off the gym just to allow my body to recover and rest and then get used to the new routine that I'm going to be in. But as I was saying, I will show you food as I bring it in, and at the same time as well as that, supplements that I'll be taking with me. Another point that I want to also add to everything so far is you want to kind of create like a bucket list of things that you might not think of doing or you haven't been to in a while. So for me last night, I decided to go to the beach, a beach that I haven't been to in years, and I'm really glad that I did it. Now, with that being said, I'm going to now have to spend probably the next 3 hours cleaning my car out because I decided to get it beached last night, which wasn't ideal. So we'll be doing that today. But overall, I was able to have a good time, enjoy myself, and go to a place that I haven't been in a while. So if you are someone who's thinking of moving away or, you know, wants to move away, then these are some things that I've maybe put on a list of things to do before you go, because once you do go, you won't be able to do them again. Now, with that being said, I'm not the biggest fan of sand, but I'm moving to Dubai, which is full of it, so I need to get used to it quite quickly. So another update to add into everything is we have another interview tomorrow. I actually got offered a job out in Dubai at the end of last week, and I wasn't going to take the job because it's commission based only. If you are someone who's going out to do PT or some form of self-employment, do not take a commission job as your first job. And the reason that I say this is because you want to make sure that you can establish yourself first before going into this. So for me tomorrow, I actually have an interview that is going to be a practical for me PTing. Now, this should be like bread and butter to me. I've been doing this for the last 6 years, so I don't expect myself to be having any issues with this whatsoever tomorrow. So with all being well, I should hopefully get through this second interview tomorrow as seamless as anything possible. But again, anything can and will happen, I'm sure, but at the same time we just need to stay positive, do the best job that we can and move on from there. So yes, interview tomorrow at 12:30, so excited for that. But again, nothing too much else to be going on at the moment, but other than that being said, we have now 2 weeks until the big day, so I am very much excited for what is still to come. Still a lot to happen, so yes, I will definitely keep you updated on what's going on still. So I guess this is a pretty big moment. I'm just about to sign my acceptance letter for getting a job in Dubai. So we have moved quite quickly through this whole process. We still do have some time left here back in Belfast before we do move, but this is just another big step, and this is the whole point of this video. I just want to show you from start to finish the whole process of moving, and then I've been in the background doing a lot of job interviews and things like that there. So we finally got to the point where we've got a job. I'm happy with it. So I'm looking forward to the next few steps, which are going to be signing this and getting everything done. Now that's going to be a whole nother process in itself, getting all the documents that I need to make sure I can get this job. So the good news is when we go out there, we'll have 2 weeks of holidays, which will be nice to have because the last holiday was January. So have to get this signed, move on from there. But yes, plenty more to do over the next week, but we're definitely moving in the right direction, and I can't be complaining that We have finally got a job interview offer accepted, as such you could say, or whatever way you want to call it, I don't know. But yeah, it's just exciting times anyway. So the next step is coming to fruition now. So another wee thing just to add into this video about moving away and all is either we'll be starting on the 1st of September or the 15th of September, depending on documentation. The amount of money that you need to spend on documentation is crazy. I've spent 500 quid so far on making sure I can get everything legitimised so that I can get a job over there, and the stress of just making sure that we can get everything back in time is also a very big stress. Again, I'm going to be moving away without some of that, so it's going to be ensuring that I can get it all sent over to me when I'm there. But anyway, with that being said, we just have to take it in our stride, get over there and do everything. Now, if there is anything that I can think of, I'll obviously sit down and talk to you through it. But I think that's everything at the moment. So I think it's only right that I finish this whole video of moving to Dubai out on the balcony when we're finally here out in the sun. So I'm just going to kind of run you through some of the things that you maybe need to realise or when you're coming here. So firstly, one of the things you're going to need to get used to is you're not going to have the modes of transport that you had back at home. Now, when I say this, I just mean a car more so. So you're going to have to rely on taxis a lot when you first get here. So that's going to be one of the key things to take into account. So although the taxis are cheap over here, it is going to add up as time goes on. So it's just to be wary of that. Now, again, I have done a load of food shops here so far, and I'm still trying to get an idea, but prices personally for buying stuff don't seem to be too much of a difference at the moment, which is obviously a good thing. However, there are some things that are dear and there are some things that are cheaper. Like I ordered an air fryer today and it only cost me 75 quid, whereas back at home it would have cost me about 150. So there is a bit of a difference now. I did get a good deal on it. And one of the key things over here that I have noticed as well is the convenience of everything. There are shops that are open here 24/7. You can order anything at any time of the day. So in that aspect of things, it's obviously exciting. The whole point of this video, as I was saying, is just about the whole move to here. So now I am here. It's just about getting myself sorted. It's buying the things that I didn't have here. So like when I got into this apartment, it was furnished, but that was about it. You know, had to go out and buy bed sheets, had to go out and buy plates, bowls, things like that there. So you just need to take that into account when you're coming out here. You're not going to have all the luxuries that you have if you're living at home still, or if you're living at home with parents, because at the end of the day, these are all things that you need to take into account when you're moving out and you're going to need to buy. So with that being said, if you don't have the money set aside when you're moving over, then it might be an idea to set some money aside so that you can go and spend it. I would say so far that I probably spent at least £500 on getting everything needed. Now, obviously I brought over my monitor for work and things like that, which is going to make it easier, but we still don't have a TV in here yet at the moment, so that means that that's another expense. Now, the good thing is, depending on where you look, you can get a TV for quite cheap. So I am looking on Facebook Marketplace, and obviously that's going to be a big benefit. But one of the big downsides, I would say, is some of the things I'm trying to get. Obviously, Dubai is a Muslim country, so you can't get bacon over here or pork, but I don't eat that anyway. But it's more the turkey bacon side of things that I'm struggling to find, and egg whites as well. So I do think I'm going to have to try and look around, find some things to order online so that I can find everything that I need to stay on track. And as well as that, it's just then getting set up with everything. So this is only my 4th day being here so far, but I do need to just kind of focus in a little bit more and get everything sorted out over the next couple of days, which I am looking forward to doing. So with that being said, there is still a lot to do, and as the next number of videos come around, you will see that happening, of course, and it's just about getting into the whole routine of things. So with that being said, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this moving to Dubai video. This is just the beginning, so I am very excited to see what happens over the coming weeks and months. But anyway, if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe the video, and I will be back soon with another video, and I can't wait for you to see it. So until then, thanks for watching and goodbye.